This week on Silver Screen, we go on the football field for the physics softball launch.
Head downtown for a look inside the State House.
And profile next year's student body president.
Good afternoon, Dutch Fork. Today is Friday, April 15th, and your Silver Screen report starts now.
Last Friday, physics students showcased how they convert energy through a catapult launch. Sarah Emily Risch takes a shot.
In preparation for this launch, physics students spent countless hours constructing their catapults with their teams.
The first thing we did was draw a picture of how we wanted it to look, and then we bought the wood for it and we painted the wood, and then Lauren Elliott was in my group and her dad helped us put the thing together.
The building process, it wasn't really hard, honestly. We did it in like an hour and a half. It was just like we had just like a base, and then we had just a regular catapult. We had 2 springs that we screwed in to one piece of wood just so we could pull it back, and then we had a little pull chain to where it would lock in. And we had a dog bowl as our as the cup that we held the softball.
Overall, students and teachers agree that the launch was successful.
The students had a good time. Everybody said that they had a lot of fun, and it was exciting because they got to be out in the stadium and talk to their friends and show off their creation.
It went a lot better than I was expecting. So I think we came within about a yard of the target, so I'd say that's pretty good.
We got the second furthest one, and I think it was successful. But yeah, we definitely should have taken more time on it, but we're procrastinators.
Even though the launch was successful, there are many things that students and teachers could have done to improve the experience.
I probably would have made it bigger, just because, I mean, we had like a probably medium size. It was hardly up to my waist, and it already shot like 27 yards, so I was hoping maybe if we had built it a little bigger, maybe we could have got a little farther.
I think ours actually went pretty well. I probably should have lubricated our little knob a little bit better, but it didn't give us too much trouble in the end.
The only thing I would change is just making the different teams aware of their launch time. Sometimes it was 12 o'clock, for example, and maybe the rocket power group or something like that was supposed to launch at 12, and it was 10 minutes after 12 and they weren't at their launch station. It was a little bit disorganized in that respect, but it all ended up well.
This has been Sarah Emily Risch with your Silver Screen Report.
Whether it's brought from home or purchased in the cafeteria or from a vending machine, food is an important part of daily life at school. But how do students and adults feel about the food in the cafeteria and the vending machines? Here's Intro to Mass Media student Benicia Pendergrass with the report.
There are many great choices in the cafeteria to choose from. Many of these students eat from the cafeteria daily. Some students feel like there should be better and more choices added to the menu.
I like to see more varieties for food than the same basic things for A days and B days.
The canteen is a very popular place to go to if you just want a snack during lunch. Many students like to stop by the canteen before they eat or on their way out.
I prefer regular lunch, but I'll usually get something from the canteen on my way out.
The tea is also popular. Students and teachers seem to have no complaints.
I love the sweet tea.
The vending machines are used every day. If the students needed a quick snack, they could just go there. The snacks in the vending machines are the same. They change what's in there every once in a while. Many students find it a great thing having vending machines.
My ideal snack machine probably have, I'll take the baked potato chips out, put some candy in it, just because it might give some energy to the kids where they'll be able to stay awake in class and stuff.
Students here have many vending machines to choose from. If they didn't like what was in one, they can move to the next.
I think if they changed it up every once in a while, people would use it more.
Well, it seems like there's a lot of eating at Dutch Fork. Many great choices to choose from. The students and staff seem to be pleased with the food here. This has been Benicia Pendergrass in the comments with your Silver Screen Report.
For this week's Kids in the Hall, we asked students about their favorite on-campus foods.
I have to go with the slushies because they're just cold and refreshing and they have good flavor to them, and they always switch up the flavors.
I like the turkey bacon ranch pizza because, well, bacon is one of my favorite meats to eat.
My favorite food in the cafeteria is
definitely the barbecue sandwiches and the baked beans, because when you put them together, it's just what each of them are missing. It's perfect. It's so good.
Favorite food is probably the parfaits that they have at the concession stands. I like it because it's very light and has yogurt and fruit in it, and that's something that I like to eat every now and then. So.
The cafeteria and vending machines aren't the only options students have for eating on campus. Many students bring their lunches from home. This week, Lindsay Long shows us how to prepare a tasty, healthy lunch.
This week on Lunch with Lindsay, I'm going to show you how I made this healthy yet delicious lunch. Let us know if there's any foods you want to see made on the next edition of Lunch with Lindsay. This has been Lindsay Long with your Silver Screen Report.
With the weather getting better, wouldn't it be nice to have a picnic somewhere, Maddie?
Yeah, and one great place to picnic is on the lawn of the State House downtown. I took a trip to the State House earlier this week and learned a lot of history about the building and our state. The South Carolina State House, centered in downtown Columbia, is full of history and unique architecture. The State House was under construction from 1855 to 1907. It is built out of blue granite and is completely fireproof. These are just a few interesting facts that one will learn while on a tour at the State House. The State House offers tours Monday through Saturday. The tours are free to the public but require a security check when you walk in the door. I sat down with the South Carolina State House tour manager and retired Dutch Fork history teacher Kathy Paget to get more information about the State House and the tours.
Well, it's important for everyone, of course, to come and visit their State House. It's a building that's visited by people from all over the world, and of course, their reviews are outstanding of this beautiful building, but especially for our young adults and young people, I think it's a building and an opportunity to learn about the history of our state, to learn about some of the workings of our legislative body, to visit a building that's not only historic, but again, it offers a lot of opportunity to learn about the state itself. Tours during the week begin at 9:30. This time of the year, again, when our legislators are here, we have tours every half hour, except for 12 and 12:30. But when our legislators are recessed for the year, they adjourn for the entire year, we'll go back to every hour on the half hour with only 6 tours a day instead of the 11 that we give now. And most of these tours today, as you can understand, as maybe former third graders that studied South Carolina history, that's a lot of the visitors that we have today are those third graders coming through.
If you are interested in visiting the State House, please visit southcarolinaparks.com for more information. If you are planning on touring the State House with a group of 10 people or more, call the tour office at 803-734-2430 to schedule a touring time.
That was some great info, Maddie. I wonder if any of our current student council officers will end up working in the State House one day.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Well, we all know elections were held this week for next year's student officers. Here's Caleb Hanna with a profile of our new student body president, Lindsay Sheely.
There are many requirements to become student body president, and junior Lindsay Sheely meets them all.
Lindsay is in my AP Psychology class. She is an excellent student. She is very conscientious. She always has her work. She does very well on the tests. So she's a dedicated student.
One of the things I admire most about Lindsay is just how much she cares about not only her school but also her friends and her peers, and I think that caring attitude really goes a long way.
The student body president is in charge of orchestrating the whole student council. They're in charge of leading business meetings, meeting with administration, meeting with our advisor, and just overseeing every event that Student Council plans.
Members of the Dutch Fork community hope to see school excel to even greater standards with Lindsay as student body president.
We did some pretty awesome things this year in Student Council, and Lindsay is definitely the type of person who I feel very happy about passing that torch on to for next year, because I know she can do it, and I know she's going to make Dutch Fork even better than it already is.
Really excited to be student body president of the 2016-2017 school year, and I'm excited and honored to work with a great group of candidates for the Student Council, and I'm also excited to work with the administration and just the faculty, and it's just a great honor to be able to lead the school and the council itself.
I think Lindsay would make an excellent student body president because she is very good in her leadership, because she's very intellectual, she knows what she's doing, she cares about others.
Both the current and future student body presidents have goals to involve students more in the activities around campus next year.
I'm excited about restarting the mentoring program with Ms. Humphrey and going to the middle school to help in social studies classes and start community service projects with the middle schoolers, just so we can get more involved in the community.
I really just hope that she can create an energy here that people want to get involved and want to participate in Spirit Weeks and all of our student council events.
My goals for the upcoming school year is to continue the tradition of excellency that Dutch Fork has.
This has been Caleb Hanna with your Silver Screen Report.
SAT word of the week is paramount, an adjective meaning greatest in importance, rank, or character.
Have you ever seen something on TV, in a magazine, or online and felt like you weren't good enough? Well, you're perfect just the way you are.
Too fat, too skinny, too straight, too curly, too light, too dark, too tall, too short.
Too bad.
Feeling good about myself means feeling good about my body and loving it just as it is.
You have to love yourself before anyone else can love you.
75% of girls and guys with low self-esteem reported engaging in negative activities like cutting, smoking, drinking, or disordered eating. A teen's self-esteem is more strongly related to how they view their own body shape and body weight. You're not alone. You are important. Your voice counts.
And now for some announcements. Remember, Monday is our last Flood Makeup Day. It will be an A-Day, and Tuesday will be an A-Day as well. Next Friday, Senior Field Day will take place in the stadium from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. Bring something to sit on, some sunscreen, and money for lunch. Seniors who want to play bubble ball will need a signed release on file by next Wednesday. A free IT camp will be offered for students in grades 7th through 11th next Saturday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Email lexrich5itcamp@gmail.com for more information. Here's Thomas with more.
Thanks, Maddie. The Media Center is sponsoring a poetry contest each week in April. This week's contest is to write a limerick using the word Google. This week's poems are due today, and winners will receive $25. Check out the scrolling announcements on the Media Center's Edmodo feed for more details. Prom tickets are on sale now. Tickets are $25 each. Prom is next Saturday, April 23rd. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next Friday.
It's because you're wearing a flannel. Oh, I'm trying to... Benicia. Benicia.
For the rest of them, keep your hands like in your lap.
Let them know, girl.